Hello, my name is Chad Miller, and I am welcoming you to the realm of popular culture as seen through my eyes, and I hope you enjoy the ride. Popular culture was sort of identified in the 1800s in Western Europe, and it was sort of a high society sort of terminology because it was all about fashion, it was arts, entertainment, certain sporting events, and things that only the privileged and the wealthy could enjoy. And if there was any spillbacks to such privileges, it would be the penny dreadfuls that would get some feedback from such events, from trades that were given to lower classes, reporting on such high aristocratic events that were deemed as popular culture. Interesting. So a lot of time needs to pass before things kind of trickle down until popular culture starts to get to a mainstream sort of level, and radio is what helps to sort of gain that momentum to bring art and entertainment and sports and fashion and that sort of like to a broader audience. And it's fascinating and it catches on and it's brilliant. With the introduction of television, you had a whole new forum for popular culture to be put out into the world, and suddenly popular culture became known as mass production, mass consumption, and it was a little bit harmful to the brand of what popular culture was, because it was degrading to the forms of art, entertainment, fashion, sports, for they were being now marketed toward specific individuals instead of just being appreciated for the art forms or creative efforts or general appreciation for what the products are worth. And that's sort of created a bit of a divide, and it still persists till this day. And as you'll see, as I go forward, where do you lie as far as mass consumption or general appreciation for the work involved in pop culture? as we get into the stage where Gen Xers like myself are born into the world and exposed to various types of media and be it television, music, film, animation, comics, all that kind of stuff. I honestly think that we took it for granted. I mean, there's always going to be a nostalgic aspect to anyone who grows up with certain beloved properties of their youth. However, I think Gen X took that and took that pop culture aspect and ran with it into their adulthoods and carried on legacies that just had expounded on generations of work that has gone on before them, and has long lasted to this day and will last further into generations ahead. And I think pop culture is so definitive because it lets us live in a world where we can live by our own rules and our own loves, but yet share them with our friends if we so choose to. And I don't have to live in, say, like a Lord of the Rings world if I don't want to. And somebody else doesn't have to live in an X-Men world if they don't want to. And I find that fascinating, and I think pop culture is still defined by arts, entertainment, music, sports, all those things that originated way back when, and it's still heavily relevant to all of us in this day and age. And it is mass produced, and it is mass consumption, but it's all in how we take it in and how we celebrate it. And my world of popular culture is this. It's things. But these things mean so much. And it's history, it's meaning, it's life, it's looking back on memories and celebrating so many wonderful things that have gone on in my 45 years of being on this planet, and through culture and how I celebrate culture, and whether it's Will and Grace, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, My Little Pony, WandaVision, Star Wars, Pinocchio, G.I. Joe. It's fascinating for me to amass a collection of things that bring me joy. And I love being a part of a generation that embraces that sort of nostalgia. And it's just not a part about getting old. It's like I said before, it's people are taking these novelties. I think that some people would say were novelties, and bringing them to the forefront and making something new of them. Some things are hit or miss, and the Gem and the Holograms movie was a huge miss, and that makes me sad, because it's one of my favorite pop culture things of all time. The most recent Masters of the Universe Revelations, a lot of people hate it. I found it amazing. So yeah, I love interpretation. I love style. I love classics. I love bringing back old stuff, making it new again. As long as it's there's no rules. There's no rules to pop culture. None. As long as you're respectful and yeah. So this is my realm. This is my world, and I'm so happy to live in this tiny little area of popular culture that continues to build and swell, and I get to change it out and switch things up and live my dream as a curator of this weird little museum of mine. Thank you so much for watching.